So what you'll need is your yarn. This is a weight 4, I believe. I don't know what brand it is, so I'm sorry. You'll need some scissors, and I'm using a 5mm crochet hook, stitch markers. So let's get started. For my cat beanies, I found that it's easier to do a foundation double crochet for the first row. But if you are a beginner and that's too hard to catch on, you can also just do chains and it'll do the same thing. But the foundation row, the foundation double crochet just prevents having that tight chain for the first row and your beanie not fitting, and you don't have to go through them little chains. So what you're gonna do is go ahead and do a slip knot, and then we are gonna chain 2. 1, 2. Next, you're gonna go ahead and place a double crochet into this first chain. You should have 3 on your hook, and instead of going through 2 and 2, go through 1. Let me zoom in for y'all. Go through 1, and then you're gonna go through 2. Go through 2. And then your next stitch is gonna be this one. It might look a little weird, but trust the process. Yarn over, go through, yarn over, pull through 1, pull through 2, pull through 2. And it's gonna look like that, but just keep going. Pull through 1, pull through 2, pull through 2. Pull through 1, pull through 2, pull through 2. And you do this all the way. See how it has a little more stretch than a regular chain would. So you do that until it's long enough to fit around your head, and I'll come back when I have mine. And also, if needed, you can upsize your hook if that'll make it easier for your first row. But honestly, I do both sometimes. It depends on how I'm feeling and my tension. So that's just a little heads up if you wanted to do that. So I am now done with my foundation double crochet, and I went ahead and measured it for y'all just in case y'all want to do exactly what I did. And mine is 19 inches, and y'all do have to remember it's way more stretchier than a regular chain, so you might not have to do as many, you know, chain with stitches basically. So let's go ahead and we're going to slip stitch this together. So find your ends and put them together, and make sure it's not turning and stuff when you do this part. So we're gonna take it and we're gonna go into this first stitch. Just gonna push our hook through, yarn over, pull through, pull through, and it should be like this now. It should be a circle. Or you should be able to work it around basically. So now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna chain 2, and then I'm gonna place 1 double crochet into each stitch. So like that. And this is basically the pattern the whole time. Hope y'all can see. So you're just placing 1 double crochet into each stitch, and with the foundation row, it made it easy for you to just go ahead and get started. Go ahead and get started into your double crochets instead of having to fight with that chain row. So yarn over, put it through, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, and you basically do that the whole time. And make sure you're being mindful and your work is not turning like this and stuff, like going weird ways like that, twisting and stuff, because that will mess it up. So just be mindful of that. Okay, so I'm getting close to my last few stitches, and we just gonna keep doing our double crochets in each stitch, and it works up pretty fast, especially if you're not doing color changes. But I'm gonna show y'all if y'all want to do color changes. It's very easy. You would basically just cut your yarn, or you really don't even have to do that. And then we're gonna go ahead and you're gonna slip stitch into that first stitch, so to connect it. And then at the start of every row you would chain 2. So 1, 2, and then you will proceed to keep going. Now I know this don't match, but this is just for my girls if they want to do a color change. So you basically would just slip stitch. You don't have to slip stitch, you can weave it in or whatever, but I just be slip stitching. And then you're gonna place it into the hook, and you can work your ends in as you go. So you would cut that your first yarn, and then you would just do this. Pull through, chain 2, grab your yarn in the back, your 2 pieces from your other row, and then you'll place a double crochet in each stitch, basically, with your next color or with your new color. Like that. And that's just how you color change. But we're not doing no color changes today, but that's for y'all if you want to do that. So, but we're just gonna keep going with our double crochet rows, and each row, when you finish them, chain 2. When you slip stitch, then chain 2. So I'm gonna get back to y'all when I'm about halfway done. So this is what it should look like. I'm 6 rows in. For my cat beanies, personal preference, I do 12 rows. Okay, so I finished all 12 of my rows, and this is what it should look like. Yeah, I had to redo mine because mine started twisting and stuff, so y'all just be aware of that. So now we're just gonna go ahead and turn it inside out. So now we're gonna go ahead and slip stitch the top together. So let me zoom in. So make a slip knot, and then you're gonna take your hat and you're gonna go into both of these stitches like that. And we're gonna slip stitch all the way down. And you can also downsize your hook if you want to for this part. It really doesn't matter, honestly. It's really trial and error. See what works best for you. And then we just chain 1. Take our scissors and cut it. Now you would just weave in all your ends with a sewing needle, and you basically done at this point. Then you're done basically. Make sure y'all flip it inside out, and then just smash your little ears down, and you're done. So that's the tutorial. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and feel free to message me if y'all have any questions.